Okay, okay, I think it's working now. Okay. Okay, goddamn. Goddamn. I went for like I went for like a whole 5 minutes. I went on a whole 5 minute ramble about like not being able to sleep, and it's because I was experimenting with this program called Voice Meter to try and get rid of the buzzing, and it didn't work. It didn't do anything for me. I followed a bunch of tutorials, and all it really did was waste an hour of my time, which is unfortunate, but it happens. Um, God. Alright. You ever have one of those days where you're like, yeah, this might as well happen? My gosh. Yeah, and I was getting like notifications from one of my friends too, saying, "Hey, Novella, you have no sound. Hey, Novella, your mic's not on." Ah. Okay. Well, that certainly happened. I'll give you guys the short version. Um, what was that desktop audio? Okay, okay, okay. Alright, I can't believe that happened. Great start. Basically, hi everyone. It's good to see you all. This past week has been a time. And I'm sorry if I'm a little off today. I am very tired. I've had difficulty sleeping for like the last 4 or 5 days. And my brain is filled with nothing but Animal Crossing and another dumb isekai that I'm writing. So there has never been a more apt time for me to say that my brain is full of worms. Anyways, let's start some more AI the Somnium files. So last time, as far as I can remember, we learned... well, first off, we finished up the route where Mayumi tried to convince us that she was the Cyclops killer because she thought Ota might have been the Cyclops killer. And he's not. But we got a very heartwarming moment where we, like, brought the family back together, and it was very sweet. And then, we finally went back to the locked routes. And the first locked route was the one where we didn't trust Iris about Nizet laws. And that's when we learned that she had a brain tumor and all that, and then we found her body frozen in a forklift, except we thought it was her body. It was not. It was not her body. It was the body of one of her mom's friends who happens to look a lot like Iris, which I'm like, okay, this dead woman is Iris's real mom. Because, like, I think we've established at this point that in this universe, people can just naturally have weird colored hair. Because, like, Mizuki is 12 and she has bright blue hair. Unless Date is letting her get it dyed over and over again. I think it's probably more likely that it's just natural in this world. I mean, we've also got people who dress like pewter in this world, so really anything is possible. So I believe her name was Madoka, the dead woman. She has same pink hair, very similar like body proportions, same skin tone, same everything to Iris. So I don't think that's gonna be much of a plot twist if they're gonna act like it's a plot twist, but we're gonna see. We're gonna see. That's an autosave. Let me see which one is the most recent. It's this one. Yes. Okay. Right. You went with Mizuki. We were talking with Hitomi. Oh, right. We were about to sync with her, weren't we? Oh, yeah, we did sync with her. We went into the woods, and they found a corpse.
Hitomi.
Yeah, here we go. Here we go. We're back in it, baby.
I think I know what happened 18 years ago. You three were close. You, Monica, and Renju.
Monica, not Madoka.
Monica was murdered. You and Renju found the body in the mountains, and you brought it back to the cold storage warehouse. My guess is So Sejima killed Monica. I've seen inside his head before, using this machine.
Right, yes. So this does confirm that So is the new Cyclops serial killer, no matter what timeline we're in.
I see. If you know that much, then there's no point in hiding it anymore.
Also, I feel like the game's a little quiet. Let me just... I'm at my usual volume. Maybe it's just this is a quiet moment. Let me know if the audio is a little weird. I'm just double checking some of my messages. I understand why Streamlabs mutes notifications, but at the same time it kind of sucks whenever I'm asking, like, hey, because I have one friend whose Google account name is their real name, and they don't want their real name to be tied to VTubers, so it's like I've got to alt-tab to check on that. But let me know if the audio is bad, because I can turn it up and make it not bad, hopefully.
I'll tell you the truth.
Alright, so what's the truth? Tell me the truth. 18 years ago.
Wait, you're going to see So?
Yes. I want to talk to him in person.
No, you can't.
Why not? Are you worried about my body? You don't have to worry about that. I'm totally fine.
But your stomach is still...
Oh, my doctor told me that's normal. Your stomach doesn't go down right away after giving birth.
I'm not worried about your body. I don't know how to explain it. So doesn't care about you. And especially not your child.
Is So Iris's dad? Wait a second.
I haven't told him about giving birth.
He is.
He contacted me for the first time in a while.
So that's why.
He wants to know about the baby.
He must be panicking. If anyone ever finds out his mistress had his baby, his political career would be over.
Ooh, okay.
It's not like it was an affair.
His wife passed away after giving birth to his son, right?
It would still be a big scandal. He impregnated a girl who just graduated high school. Don't you see how that looks? He knew how the public would take it. That's why he gave you the money to deal with it. There's no way he'll accept that child.
It's okay. I told him that I won't cause any trouble. But could you take care of the baby? Just for a little bit? I'll be right back.
Oh, and we know that's not true.
Fine. But take this with you, just in case. It's a GPS transmitter.
Oh.
Just to be extra safe.
I really don't think I'll need it. But okay, if it'll make you feel better.
I mean, really, if you're going to...
I don't know what Monica saw in So.
If you're going to a fucking secluded place with only one other person who has reason to want you dead, carry a GPS transmitter. Like, let people know where you're gonna be, who you're gonna be seeing, at what time. So that this way, they know if you get murdered, that's who it is.
She said he was kind and loyal, that he wanted to change Japan, but I didn't understand any of it. We tried to convince her to break up with him so many times. She never listened, and it ended in tragedy. What happened next, you already know. Neither Renju or I saw it happen, so I don't know how much of this is accurate, but we could guess what happened.
Wait, are they saying that So didn't kill her? Who told you this?
Renju told me.
But you said he wasn't there.
He heard some of this from the Kumakuras. Renju had connections with them.
How did the Kumakuras know?
So told them.
Okay, about Monika's killer.
Date, you said that Monica was killed by So, right? But that's not true. Monica was killed by Saito Sejima.
Saito Sejima. That's a name we haven't heard
The
of.
son of So and his late wife.
Hey. So called us his kid in that one timeline, didn't he? And we're getting the headache. Yep.
Saito was 12 at the time.
12?
Yes,
But why would a little boy do that?
I don't know. I can't imagine.
What did So say to Monica?
He told her to move overseas. He said he'd pay for everything.
What happened after her murder?
So contacted his friend, the chairman of the Kumakuras. He asked him to dispose of the body and left the scene with Saito.
The incident was 18 years ago. That means the chairman was Rohan, not Moma.
Right.
Rohan went to the scene of the crime?
God, I'm paranoid now and keep checking to make sure that my mic is on.
Yes, with some of his men.
Okay.
Again, neither Renju or I saw this. We were just waiting at my house for Monica to return. But she never came back. We tried to call her cell, but it didn't connect. But then, we saw movement on the GPS.
The GPS Renju gave to Monica?
Yes. At first, we thought she was on her way home, but we saw the GPS getting further and further away from the city. Renju and I got nervous, and we decided to follow it.
What about the baby?
We couldn't take the baby with us, so Renju gave the baby to the mob doctor he trusted.
He did what now? It's loading a cutscene.
Those are Kumakura men.
We didn't dare move. We couldn't speak. We were barely breathing. We could only watch as it all unfolded. I knew what the hole was for, but I couldn't move. Couldn't do anything. I remember my heart beating so fast. Before long.
We good here?
Yeah, cover her.
Just a minute.
And he took out her eye. Oh, I don't like those sounds.
Beautiful.
The Kumakura people covered Monika's body, then left. Renju and I ran over, and dug up the grave with a tree branch. What we saw.
Monica! Monica! We need to call the police.
No, we can't. Not yet.
Why not?
You don't know who those guys are. They would do anything to keep this hidden. I've seen it happen myself. I know what they're capable of. Anyway, think about it. Why would they do this? They thought Monica and her baby were going to be trouble. Monica's stomach was still pretty big. I don't think they know that she gave birth already. What do you think they'd do if they found out?
Oh my god, this explains Nizet laws. This explains why Iris thinks there's a conspiracy after her. It's the Kumakuras trying to kill her off.
They would take her and kill her too. And then, they'd come for us. They'd make it look like we disappeared. All of us would be gone.
Renju convinced me. He knew more about the dirty underbelly of society than anyone. He knew when something couldn't be handled by the police. He said that they would do anything to kill the child, and I believed him. We had to protect Monica's baby. We had to, no matter what.
Okay, I understand.
And that explains why number 89 was sent to kill Hitomi and Iris.
I decided to trust him. We couldn't leave Monica's body in the forest. We cleaned her up and took her to the cold storage warehouse.
This warehouse is owned by Okiura Fishery. My father runs it. But it's not in use right now. They're moving operations to a better area. They're actually looking for buyers right now. But don't worry. I'll take over the warehouse.
Are you sure?
Yes. Don't worry. I'll keep everyone out. Everyone but you, of course.
So she could go and pay respects.
I'll give you a key. You can come visit any time you want to see Monica.
It's morbid, but I appreciate the sentiment.
Monica, don't worry about the baby. I'll protect her, no matter what. And don't worry about them, either. The people who did this to you, I will never forgive them. I'm sorry, Monica. Sorry. I'm sorry. Monica.
Did you get the birth certificate?
The mob doctor took care of everything. I have the birth certificate, and I even picked up a mother and baby book. It wasn't cheap, but you don't have to worry about it. Just submit the birth certificate, and everything will be taken care of. You look worried.
I feel like I'm somehow betraying Monica. She was the one who gave birth.
Soon, you won't even be able to think about that, because a war is about to begin.
A war?
Between you and the baby. You won't get a good night's sleep for a long time. You might even start to resent Monica for all this.
Really?
Anyway, as soon as you submit the certificate, you will officially be her mother.
I do like that they discuss that because, like, a lot of people discuss, like, being a parent as, like, this wonderful, beautiful thing that you will love unconditionally. And no. It's hard. It's hard, and that's probably why I'll never be a parent. I don't think I'd be able to be a good parent. Because that shit's hard.
Be sure to raise her responsibly. I'll help. Occasionally.
Occasionally, huh?
About Monica's killer.
I don't really want to discuss this, but there's something you need to know. After talking to the Kumakura gang, I found out who killed Monica. So's son, Saito Sejima.
How? Saito was only...
12 years old.
Why? Why would a little boy do that?
I don't know the motive, but I know it's true. So used his connections with the Kumakuras to cover up for his son. And all of the evidence of this scandal, of course.
I'll never forgive them. So, his son, or the Kumakuras.
I feel the same way. But you can't think about revenge now. You and the baby can't lead a life like that. Just bear with it for now. The opportunity will come.
Ooh.
So wait until the right moment. Okay?
What should we name her?
I was thinking about her name. How about Iris?
Iris?
The goddess of rainbows in Greek mythology, and the colored part of your eye.
And the flower, too.
Right.
I thought it might have something to do with your name, Hitomi.
Not only that, it's also for Monika's name. The kanji for Monica uses the character for love. And Monica reminds me of Manako, Japanese for eye.
Okay, so that's the connection.
So both names have something to do with the eye.
And I, which means love, will always be a part of Iris.
So that's how you came up with the name?
Don't you think it's nice?
Iris. Iris. Yeah, I really like it.
And so my life with Iris began.
And this kind of also explains how Iris was able to so easily join Lemniscate. Because I think she did mention before that Renju, like, scouted her out intentionally. And Hitomi did mention that she and Renju were old friends before. But this really solidifies that it was because Renju had a much more personal connection to Iris than just being a family friend. It's all coming together! It's all coming together!
Raising a child was much harder than I expected. Waking up in the middle of the night to change diapers or feed her, Iris wasn't a good sleeper. I had to sing her lullabies to put her to sleep, and I always needed to put her to bed so carefully. It would only take 10 seconds before she'd start crying again, so I had to pick her up, sing her another lullaby, then put her back to bed.
Imagine having an easy in, yeah. God. The only experience that I ever had with that was, my dad helped me get one of my first jobs. But that was when I was, like, super young, and it was, like, a minimum wage job. Like, if I had an easy in to become a celebrity, you know, that's the dream right there. Not necessarily the celebrity part, but just the lot of money. Anyways, I'm fucking just rambling now. Like I said, very tired.
After doing this over and over, before I knew it, the morning sun would creep in through the windows. But even with all that, I cherished every single day. My hatred for those responsible never went away. But my hands were full, raising Iris. I devoted myself to her. I never thought about anything else. Eventually, my desire for revenge just faded away.
Mama! Mama! Wolf! Wolf! Mama! Omelette! Omelette! Sweetie! Up? Mommy, I won race today! Is Mommy proud of me? Mommy, I want to see Milky Moon again! Mommy, you are so good at dancing! Mommy, pancakes are done! Sorry, I burned it a little.
Aw, cute.
Mommy, why can't I dance at the stores? I can't help it. My body dances on its own.
Imagine, yeah.
Mommy, don't more people come to barbecues? How come it's always you and me? Hey, Mommy. How long will it take my bone to get better? I want to dance again with everybody. Hey, Mommy, do you like my shirt? Look, we're matching! Mommy, thank you for everything! I love you more than anything in the whole wide world!
God, I hate it when I get possessed too. I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Mommy, look! I drew it!
The Okonomiyaki War, huh?
That was so fun! We should do it again!
The food or the food fight?
Both!
I'm gonna have to say no to the latter, sweetie. It took forever to clean.
But Uncle said he wants to do it again too! Hey, Mommy.
Yes?
Are you gonna marry him?
What are you talking about?
As long as it's Uncle, I'm all for it! I say go for it!
Aw, that's cute.
I would always question myself. Could I keep living a lie? I had promised Monica that I would avenge her, but I couldn't work up the courage. And maybe Renju was exaggerating, but there's no statute of limitations for murder in Japan. If we showed Monica's body to the police, So would be punished by the law. And the Tsujima's and Kumakura's crimes would be uncovered. But that would mean Iris's secret would be uncovered as well. That's what I was really worried about. I didn't want Iris to know that So was her father. And even more than that, I didn't want her to know that I'm not her real mother. That's the real reason I've been silent for 18 years. I didn't want to lose Iris, but... fate can be cruel.
Yeah, because now she's missing.
God used other means to take Iris from me. In January, Iris suddenly collapsed. It was caused by a malignant tumor in her brain. There's nothing we can do. She only has a year to live at most. That's what the doctor said. If you remember me telling you.
Yeah, I like that they did actually, like, put this in, because I've been sort of focused on the brain tumor thing, because, like, that's a fucking fear of mine, so it stands out. But I'm sure that there are players, because I believe that we played a solid 10 to 12 hours of AI the Somnium files between Hitomi telling us about Iris's brain tumor and us coming back to this. Like, it's been a hot minute.
But what I didn't tell you is that there was an experimental new treatment.
Oh?
It was...
Some of the cutting-edge nanomachines can even go inside your body and cure illnesses.
Oh,
They can even cure cancer. And they go beep, beep, beep. That's what Mom said.
nanomachines.
Nanomachines, son.
Nanomachines could remove the tumor, but the procedure would be so expensive. With my salary, it wasn't something I could afford.
So did Renju?
I thought hard about it, about how I could get my hands on that kind of money, but I couldn't think of a solution. Time passed. Before I knew it, it was November. Iris's symptoms worsened. Her time was running out. I was starting to panic. I couldn't sit here and waste time while Iris... In any case, I had to get the money before it was too late.
Drugs, of course.
So I thought of a plan.
This is Breaking Bad 2. Badder. God, I need to stop trying to be funny. I'm too tired for that. Teacher by day, menace to society by night. I mean, isn't that how Breaking Bad starts? I've never seen Breaking Bad. I should actually say that. My brother loves that show. And says it's really good and I should watch it. And I say, yeah, sure, bud, I'll watch it. And then I never do. So I don't know how Breaking Bad starts. But isn't it like he gets cancer and he starts making meth to, like, make money for his family? For when he's gone?
A plan to blackmail Sosajima.
Ooh, blackmail! I watched the first episode or two? Okay, so am I on the money here?
2 days ago, on Saturday night, I called So and invited him to come to the warehouse.
Been a
He
while.
agreed to come. After I hinted at what happened 18 years ago, I had prepared everything, hiding behind the forklift until So came. When he finally arrived, he walked over to the workbench where I had laid Monica's body. He lifted the cloth and looked down. He whimpered and stumbled back. Even he was fazed, seeing a body he thought he got rid of 18 years ago. Not to mention it was the body of a woman he was in a relationship with. A woman his own son killed. He reacted exactly as I expected he would. I had prepared a recording and sent it to his phone.
I know what happened 18 years ago. Everything. I know who did it, and I know she had a baby inside her. You can probably guess what I'm going to say next. Be prepared to pay for my silence. I will tell you the exact amount later, and don't tell anyone about this. Not Saito. Not the Kumakuras. If you do anything even remotely suspect, I will go to the press with the truth. Understand?
I told him to keep quiet and cut ties with the Kumakuras, even if he found out who I was. Without the Kumakura gang, he had no power over me, and there's no way he'd risk his political career not to go after me. I saw So put his phone back into his pocket and run out of the warehouse. I came out of my hiding place to put Monica's body back, but then something unexpected happened.
Date ran in.
I saw you, Date.
Yep.
I hid behind the forklift before you saw me. And when you were done looking around,
I found Monica's body and thought it was Iris.
It can't be.
Oh, right, this was after he got tased, right? Was this tased?
Iris.
Because I was offline. I don't remember what happened in this timeline. I was losing consciousness. My head felt fuzzy. I couldn't gather my thoughts. I didn't know what to say. Instead, Aiba did the talking.
Iris is not Hitomi's daughter. But Iris's father is Sosajima. Her mother, Monica Iwai, was killed 18 years ago by So's son, Saito. However, Hitomi raised Iris since she was a baby.
Okay.
Hitomi showed unwavering love and compassion for her, just as much as her biological mother would have, if not more.
Yeah, Hitomi was a good mom.
Iris's tumor was discovered in January of this year. The only possible treatment was experimental nanotechnology. However, that treatment is restrictively expensive. Hitomi devised a plan to blackmail Sosajima for the money. The best way to establish the blackmail was to show him proof directly. That is why Hitomi created the scene with the corpse. She was the one who called So to the warehouse. On Sunday night, what Date saw was what Hitomi had prepared for So. That is the summary of what we have learned so far. But there are some things I have yet to understand. Date, pull yourself together. Ask her questions. Date, snap out of it!
I heard Aiba call for me and came too. Okay. Why did Rohan remove Monika's eye?
I'm sorry. I have no idea.
Okay. Did you tell Renju about blackmailing So?
No, I did not. All of this was my idea.
Continuing Sunday's events.
Probably don't have to ask, but let me just be sure. After I left the warehouse, what did you do?
I put Monika's body back onto the hood of the forklift. Then, I left.
Makes sense.
That's why the police didn't see the body when they arrived on the scene. It makes perfect sense now that I have the facts. Iris did not resurrect. You simply mistook Monika for Iris. The body did not disappear. Hitomi moved it. Those were the events at the warehouse Sunday night. Simple.
Alright, let's summarize.
There are still a few loose ends, but I believe I understand what occurred 18 years ago. However, none of this ties directly back to Shoko Nadami. Her murder was just 4 days ago. Is it connected?
Yeah, because the blackmailing thing happened after she was already killed. Did So maybe think? Because, yes, look-alike syndrome. Yeah. Very strong family resemblance. But yeah, so Shoko was killed before this blackmailing thing, and we've established that Sosajima is probably the new Cyclops serial killer. So did he think that the blackmail was... Oh, maybe he has a lot more victims than these. Like, these are just the first ones that were, like, public. Because, I mean, Monika was pretty easily hidden after she was killed. So maybe So's been killing all this time. And Shoko and Renju are just the first ones that have come out to the public. I don't even remember if Renju was killed in this timeline. I think this is one of those timelines where he's, like, wandering out and about and no one can find him. Or alternatively, my theory is that someone else is impersonating Renju and he is dead in this timeline as well. But maybe he thought Hitomi's blackmail wasn't just about Monika and the baby, but also about the new Cyclops serial killings, which would really, you know, hammer it home. And of course, Hitomi didn't know that, but it would have made So even more eager to not have the truth come out.
Or are these two separate cases?
If there is a connection, it would be with Renju and So. We can think about it later. More importantly...
I headed for the exit.
Wait. Where are you going?
To look for Iris, of course.
But you have no idea where she is, right?
Do you know something?
Is she going to get treatment? I don't know what's going on, but I'll act like I do. Okay, so we just learned that Hitomi isn't Iris's real mom. Her real mom was murdered 18 years ago by Sosajima's son, who might be Date. And the body that was discovered in the warehouse before Iris seemingly resurrected, was actually Iris's mom, her body was, like, preserved all these years, and Hitomi had taken it out to blackmail So to get the money for Iris's treatment. That's the basic summary.
Yes.
Also, hello, Raphael. I forgot to say hi before I went into my summary. Oh, you know where she is? How do you know where she is?
At around 4 o'clock today, I received a phone call. I don't know who it was. They were using a voice modulator.
What did they say?
I have your daughter. Don't call the police or she dies. That's why I didn't tell you earlier.
Renju.
We don't know that for certain.
'Cause that man might be dead.
It could be number 89.
That guy too.
Either way, Iris is in danger right now.
Okay, so we gotta go, right?
The voice asked for something else.
Oh.
He told me to go to a specified location with you.
Oh?
With me?
So let me get this straight. Date murderer? Resurrection? Blackmail? Yeah! It's gotten a little complex a little quickly. Like, most of the last stream was literally just, us learning Ota's backstory, and, like, the backstory of his mom. Date might be a murderer, because in one of the previous timelines, the timeline where Date got shot, right before he got shot, So Sejima referred to Date as his kid. So, I don't know what's up with that. We haven't gotten confirmation on that yet. This is all just me spitballing. Resurrection, that was, so in one of the Iris routes, we went to the cold storage warehouse, and we found the body of someone who looked like Iris. It wasn't actually Iris, but at the time we didn't have all the information, so we assumed it was Iris. And so we went back to the Sagan household, and Iris was alive and well after we went into So's Somnium. Maybe he had more kids. So far, the only kids we know about of So's are Saito Sejima, who he had with his late wife, and his wife died during childbirth. And then, with Monica, he had Iris. So, and it doesn't seem like he's had any other kids. Because, like, it's implied that Monica was killed. I mean, no, actually, no, we don't know why she was killed. But they're trying very hard to cover up her having a kid with Sejima because it would impact his political career. To the point where, like, she went to meet with him and discuss this, and he was literally like, yo, move overseas, I'll pay for everything, just don't go to the press. So what if Date is the old guy's kid? Is Iris his sis? Yeah, that's what it is. His half-sister. But still.
Yes.
Okay.
The culprit knows me? It must be Renju.
What location?
Is it the shrine?
I'm sorry, but this stops now.
What? What? What's wrong?
Date. Run.
Oh, shit.
Boss!
Hey, fucker.
Please, do not worry. I merely put her to sleep.
Plot twist.
What
Yeah.
are you doing?
My orders.
Your
They
orders?
told us to halt our investigation. The boss was already going against orders as it is.
What the hell is happening now? Your guess is as good as mine, bud.
Which is why...
Investigation? What investigation? Shoko or Iris?
Neither. The investigation of Monica's murder.
Oh.
Monica? But her case is all but completely solved.
Yes, but only to us, right?
Oh no.
If we say nothing, then her investigation is ongoing.
So Sejima. So threatened us, didn't he?
I don't know. But you've been stripped of your authority on this investigation.
Woe was right. Also, hi Connor. You came at a great time.
As of 5 minutes ago. In fact, you are to be placed under house arrest. What will you do, Date? I suggest you comply.
I suggest we don't. I suggest we beat this Pokemon villain's ass up.
Iva, can you turn the power off?
Easily.
Alright, get ready. 3, 2, 1.
Yes! Yeah, break his arm! Violence! You stuffed him in a locker.
Now tell me,
He really is a nerd.
where is the location?
Hello, been lurking, will probably continue, but it's been a fun stream so far. Thanks! Yeah, it's been something alright.
I can't tell you.
Why?
Why not?
If I told you, you'd go alone, wouldn't you? But if I don't go with you...
Alright, take me there.
Okay. They stuffed the nerd in a locker and everything is right with the world. Yep, bye, Pewter. Probably a throwback to high school for Pewter. Oh, God. Oh, this is where we found the sync machine. This is where we found the other one. Oh, God. What is about to happen?
I know this place.
Mm-hmm.
It's the chemical plant that closed 8 years ago.
I knew that. How did I know that? The timelines! They're connecting! Oh, it's all coming together. It's all coming together! The sync machine, yeah, the thing they used to go into brains. The corners of my mind were aching.
Date, I'm sorry, but this is going to be bad.
It is. It is gonna be real bad.
What happened?
Someone has begun to access my stored memory.
Oh, that's worse than I was
They
expecting.
are attempting to wipe all the data.
What?
Everything I have accumulated over the last 5 years, including backups.
Pewter.
We broke his arm, tied him up, and put him in a locker! How is he still fucking with us?
Is Pewter doing this?
Almost definitely. He does have admin rights. I summoned some ice, but that will only buy time.
Nani? Yeah? This is a Nani moment.
In 4 hours at the most, after my ice is broken, Peter will be able to access Watcher, my core programming. He would be able to destroy my mind.
Why?
It must be related to the orders they are receiving from the top. The higher-ups clearly see you as a threat, Dante. They are attempting to limit your power by removing you from the equation. I suppose their motivation hardly matters now. The most important thing now is finding Iris and bringing her to Abyss within 4 hours, or else I will cease to exist.
Damn.
Date? What's wrong?
Nothing. Just...
All right, now you know. So get moving. I'm counting on you, Date.
4 hours. It's fine, that should be plenty of time. 4 hours is less time than you'd expect. I gripped my evolver and got moving.
I'll go in first. You wait here.
Okay.
Yeah, 'cause we have a gun. Okay, what the fuck is gonna be in here? Yeah, we got the sync machine.
Is that...
Is Iris already hooked up to it? Oh.
Ren? Renju?
Shit. Fuck. This isn't good. A lock?! I'm yelling a lot today, I'm sorry. But I called it. I called that Renju was dead. I called it. I called that he was dead this whole time. Being right sucks. Being right sucks. Being right sucks. Alright. There was another lock. So I guess we have to go to that timeline. Okay, yeah. Okay. And this one is unlocked now. But let me see the flowchart. What happened here? Oh, right, this is the one we're so wound up dead. And it's heavily implied that Boss killed him. Yeah, because we synced with number 89 in this one. And, right, I think this is the timeline where, wait up, this game has time travel. Kind of? Kinda? Okay, so, right, we, right, okay, so this is where, Iris showed that she had, like, some memories of the original Cyclops killings, and then, we went down this route, which was the Ota route, where we managed to save him and Iris from getting killed. We went through his Somnium, and we put, Iba in a bucket. The hell doesn't this game have? I know, right? This is awesome. I was kind of expecting something like this because I'm familiar with the creator's work. I always forget his name and I feel awful about it. But it's made by the same people who made the Zero Escape trilogy, which honestly, this is a lot less convoluted than Zero Escape. So I think that's why I'm like, okay, this is fine. This is normal, this is good. Because in my mind, I've already seen the bullshit that happens in something like Virtue's Last Reward. If you really want a good mindfuck, go through the Zero Escape trilogy. And I will say this, don't expect to get any answers at the end. Don't expect any of the big questions to get answered. Because they don't. They don't get answered. Zero Time Dilemma is fun because you can see the exact moment where the studio ran out of money. I'm very glad that this game is a huge step up from Zero Time Dilemma. Oh god, sure, why not? Yeah. Okay, so, this is the timeline where Boss killed So. So let's jump in. I'm very glad that I remembered to get water before the stream started. You need to stay hydrated.
Guys.
So Sejima.
Yep.
Why? Why? Boss?
What's going on here? Why did Boss kill So?
Okay. Boss's alibi for Shoko's murder.
Shoko was killed around 5 p.m. Friday.
That's a lot of damage! God. I mean, from what we've seen of So in the other timelines, he kind of fucking deserved it. But...
What was Boss doing at that time?
Unknown.
Right. So she doesn't have an alibi for that.
What about Saturday, 8 p.m.?
The time Renju was killed? Similarly unknown.
She doesn't have an alibi for that as well. Like I said before, we kind of jumped to the conclusion that, well, an old guy got another hole in his skull. Yep. We have just kind of assumed, since the timeline where we actually, like, went to So's manor and, like, fought him, that So was the Cyclops killer this whole time. I almost said the Zodiac killer. Oh my god. I've connected the two dots. So Sejima is Ted Cruz! Anyways. So we've just kind of been assuming that he's the Cyclops killer because he was the killer in that one timeline, but we gotta remember that, like, the original Cyclops killings were done by two people. And it kind of makes me think, because I used to watch a lot of, like, murder mystery shows when I was younger. Like, I watched a ton of Criminal Minds, I watched a ton of Castle, and also, for all you Canadians out there, I fucking love Murdoch Mysteries. Also, Franny Fisher's murder mysteries. Those are also top-notch. But it very much felt like whenever we discovered that So Sejima was the killer, it's like, okay, awesome, we know who it is. Why is there still, like, 8 hours left of the game? So, I don't think So did it alone. So, maybe Boss helped. Right, okay. Boss's alibi for Iris and Ota's murder.
Iris and Ota were killed at different times. I was watching the stream on the call with Boss.
Only the first few minutes.
That's true.
The polar bear had not yet appeared on stream. It is possible that she made the call from somewhere off camera.
Where was Boss's phone at the time? Check her cell records.
Why would Boss help, though? I mean, we don't really know that much about her. Let's be real. Like, we know that she's a cop. We know that she's in charge of Abyss, I think. And we know that she seems pretty laid back. But it's not like other characters in this game haven't showed that they have more sides to them than what's originally shown, and Boss has kind of been, like, on the side. Like, considering that she was one of the first characters that we met up with, she hasn't really gotten much depth. Hell, Mayumi, Ota's mom, at this point has gotten more character development than Boss has. Wait, we heard her real name that one time, right? Is that maybe a weird clue? It could be. It could be, but I don't remember what her name is. I think there was, like, a files thing that we can check. Yeah. So let's, Boss, right there. Designation, Boss. Okay, it doesn't say. Also should say, skills, grasping people's weaknesses, applying pressure, and making them obey. He used to be an easygoing optimist with a carefree attitude, but she's as cunning as a fox with a quick wit. Also, we got an update on Pewter. He likes magical girls! Hell yeah! Dislikes Cyclopses. This is actually, you know, I should stop doing this because I'm gonna end up going through, wait, our inspector friend. Dislikes people who don't remember his name. Skills pretending to be dead. You know, whenever this is done, we should go through all of these and just, like, laugh at different characters' files. Right now, it's a little too serious. Right now, like, we went from looking at a picture of Iris with one eye gouged out to learning that Pewter collects dojins and is a fan of magical girls. This is serious. But yeah, Boss could be, or it could also be, because we know at this point that So has the police force in his pocket. If Boss didn't think there was an alternative to get this guy to not be killing, maybe this was sort of a vigilante justice type of thing? This is all just me throwing out ideas. I don't know.
She did not call from a mobile phone.
Oh.
She used a PC. Using a VPN service, she could have accessed her Abyss PC from the warehouse and made the call.
Yeah, that's clever. I don't believe it, Boss.
Boss is the new Cyclops killer?
That's what it's looking like.
Shoko, Renju, Iris, Ota, So. Boss killed them all?
The evidence makes that a likely possibility. So also had his left eye removed, identical to Shoko, Renju, and Iris.
Man, the cast is just dropping like flies.
Date, I know where the boss is. I have picked up her GPS.
Where?
She is now at the Sagan residence.
Is she gonna kill Hitomi?
Somewhere inside Hitomi's house.
What?
We gotta go! We gotta go! I drew my gun in its holster and barged into the house.
Hitomi! Hitomi!
I called for her, but there was no reply. I didn't see
I'll call Boss's phone.
On it. No, that's not.
I know.
I know, I'm panicking. Where is it? On counter? Okay, it's the blue thing. Oh, okay.
The boss's phone.
Oh, shit.
Ooh. That's a lot of guys.
Kaname Date, you were under arrest for murder.
What?
What the hell?
Drop your weapon. Comply!
What?
Boss.
Boss, what the fuck are you doing?
I could ask you the same thing. You killed Shoko Nadami, didn't you?
That's ridiculous. What are you talking about?
Don't lie.
Where's Hitomi?
I don't know. She was gone when I got here.
Why did you come here?
Why would I tell you?
Did you kill the 5 victims?
Are you kidding me?
You're the new Cyclops killer.
This game, I swear to
What? Why do you think that?
You put a gun to So's head and pulled the trigger. I saw it with my own eye.
Shut up! Shut up! Stop lying!
Fight!
This is going nowhere.
Are you going to fight?
I have no choice.
I recommend against it. You have 0 chance of winning a firefight.
Well then, what can I do?
Let me think.
If you pull the porno mag stunts at this time, I swear to God, I will transport myself to the digital realm and I will kick Date in the nuts if we do another fucking porno mag joke.
Date, what is that on the kitchen table?
No!
Your favorite thing?
No!
What?
If you fucking say those 2 words, you fucking say those 2 words, I will lose my mind.
The magazine.
You want me to look at a magazine now?
Just look.
Can't be.
want die. Me want lie on ground and cry.
This is the stuff of legends. Only the most diehard fans have ever laid eyes on it.
What? I forgot there were quick time events!
Whoa! Limited edition!
God, you can't see it, but I have my hands, like, on my head. I'm just...
What?
Date, load Evolver with firebomb bullets. Shoot at the cloud.
Why?
Just do as I say, and fast.
Okay. What button am I pressing? Tell me. Control up. You gotta burn the porno mag.
She is probably just unconscious.
Did I just get an achievement that's called Horny Housewives in Hell? You know, a lot of people who watch this stream go, what the fuck is this game? And for the most part, I'm like, you know, it's... it's a little out there. But no more so than, like, say, the Danganronpa series, or Zero Escape, or anything. But no. This right here has me asking the same thing. What the fuck is this game?
Her right shoulder and left leg suffered damage, but she will live.
A dust explosion, huh? Good thinking.
Thank you.
But you could have just had me throw the bag of flour.
That would have been too slow. To improve your reaction time, I had to improvise.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, let's have a look.
Are we gonna get some fan service?
Hey, this is just a cooking magazine.
I say that I've taken psychic damage quite a bit. Like, if you've ever been, like, in an active group chat with me, you will know that I will send images and say, yeah, this meme dealt, like, 1d6 psychic damage. This is the first time that I feel like I have actually been damaged by something. Like, by emotional whiplash alone. I am still not recovered. What the fuck?
Boss is still unconscious.
Oh, you're helping us now? You're helping us now, dickweed?
However, her brainwaves are stable. Syncing with her shouldn't be an issue.
Talk to her.
Date, talking to her would be pointless.
Yeah, but I want to hear myself speak.
You do know that, don't you?
That's why I stream. I decided to sync with her. Asking questions would just be wasting time. Besides, even if she was awake, I can't imagine that she'd take kindly to an interrogation. Different timeline? I don't know. I mean, this is a different timeline from the one before, but then again, like, we haven't seen much of Boss in the other timelines. I have a bad feeling about this. There's a good chance that Boss knows where she is. Where would I get that information? Getting into her head would definitely be the quickest way. That's why I brought her here. Oh no, do I have the hiccups? Fuck. think I got rid of the hiccups. Good. Okay, why are you so cooperative?
Because I know that the boss is my enemy.
Oh, okay.
I got the video from Aiba. I processed it and found that it showed no sign of tampering or editing.
Yep.
Which means there can be no mistake. The boss shot and killed So Sejima after pulling out his left eye. That makes the odds of her being the culprit behind the other murders very high.
And considering that Renju is dead, Pewter has a strong motivation to want the Cyclops killer dead. Oh my god, that's right! In the other timeline, Pewter didn't know that Renju was dead! Okay. You're still a fucking nerd, but I don't think you're all bad.
Maybe she had accomplices. Either way, she's a criminal. That's why I am cooperating with you, Special Agent Date. I want it as bad as you do. The truth.
Alright, how is Boss?
She has broken her right shoulder, as well as the fibula of her left leg, but her brain is perfectly healthy.
Well, that's good, because that's what we need.
You can sync with her.
And she can't kill people if she's broken her leg. Where's
I had him put back behind bars.
Fuck yeah!
In Fuchu prison.
That's right. I couldn't keep him here.
Alright. Sync with Boss.
Pewter, are the preparations done?
Ready anytime.
Let's get started.
Alright. First sync of the stream. Here we go.
Date.
I know. 6-minute time limit. I'll be back before time's up.
Well then, let's begin.
The abandoned factory. Oh wait, if Boss knows the abandoned factory, what? I'm in a bucket? Yeah! Why are you doing a funky little dance?
Time to loosen up.
Okay.
Do you always have to come in like that?
It is of the utmost importance.
At a time like this?
Times like this are perfect.
She looks so short from this angle.
Anyway, it appears to be an abandoned factory of some kind.
What could Boss be hiding here?
Ah, this is why. This is why there was a
Somnium
lock.
scan. Activate!
We needed to know that Boss is linked to this place. Run to lock number 1. Looks like a security camera. What's with the fucking mannequins? Open the door to Boss's truth. Boss is hiding something. Reveal the truth of the new Cyclops serial killings. Okay. What can we interact with? There's something over there. I mean, there's the door.
A rusted metal door.
Okay, not that one. Not that. If we get a timey that's like, okay, down to 1 second.
A rusted metal door.
I don't think that's any good. I think that'll just eat up our time. Are these all gonna be just doors? Oh, that's back where we came from. I'm wasting time. Oh no. Ooh, there's something up here. Open the first door.
A door that looks like the Anywhere door.
Open it.
Hmm? It appears to be locked.
Okay. But we got a timey. That's what we need. That's what we like. Okay, door 1.
A rusted metal door.
Pick in keyhole. Pick the lock.
It is no use. The ice pick will not work as a key.
Okay.
A rusted metal...
Break the lock with the pick.
Break the lock with that.
Roger. I will try.
Yes!
It worked!
All right, open it.
Let's get in. I see. That was a lot of stabbing.
Several keys have fallen.
One of them must be the right one.
I do not have time to try all of them.
Hopefully there's some kind of sign.
Indeed.
The first door. Oh, that's a horrible timing.
It's a key.
I wish I could, like...
It's a key.
Okay, so this one has an eye.
Agent Date, you've got
It's a
5
key.
minutes.
Oh, they're all the same? Are they all the same?
It's a key.
But this one is only 1 second. We'll do this one.
Whoa!
Doesn't look like this is it.
It could be related to what we saw beyond the door.
Okay. So we got rid of that
It's a
timing.
key.
Pick up this one.
That's no good either.
Date, please. Exercise a little more thought.
Eyeball. Ice pick. Of course, I get it.
Do you?
Of course I do.
So we gotta pick up the one that's with the ice pick.
It's a key.
We'll wait on that.
The ice pick is next to this key. It appears to be correct.
That's what I said.
The tag is labeled A.
I was right. Give me some credit.
That must mean you can use this key for something labeled A.
Come on.
I did miss their banter, so I'm glad that we're back to this. Also, you're barefoot. There's tons of broken glass around here.
A door that looks like the enemy. Perhaps we can use the key.
Yeah, try.
Wait, I
It
just thought of
opened.
something. No! Because there was that door that said, like, it was 99
Odd.
seconds.
Isn't this the 3rd floor? What is going on here?
I could have gotten a secret! No! You know what? How do I restart? How do I restart? I want to see if I can get a secret. Lightning fast hips. Okay. So, first things first, if we go to this door, I believe we get a timey.
A door.
Try to open. Good, that's a 1/6. I'm gonna see how smart I can be.
Oh.
Break lock with the pick. Right, okay, so. And then we get the ×10.
It's a...
So we pick up this one because it's only 10 seconds.
It's a key.
Pick up this one because it's only 5 seconds. And then we pick up this one.
It's a key.
And that gives us a 1 second. So now if we go back here to this
Agent
door...
Date, you've got 5 minutes.
A rusted metal door.
Oh, that's a terrible timey, but I want to see what happens.
No use. It won't budge.
Oh. Well, here I thought I was being smart. Here I thought I was being clever. No.
It's a key.
Okay, well, no, not that one. We need to get rid of this timey first.
It's a key.
Okay.
It's a...
There we go. Man, I thought I was gonna get some cool fucking secrets. I thought I was gonna get the deepest lore. People were gonna look at me and go, "Wow, Novella, you're so fucking smart. You're
Perhaps we
awesome.
can use the key.
Yeah,
I'll give
try
you
that.
$100 right now on the spot." And no,
It opened.
the game took my hopes and dreams away from me.
Odd. Isn't this the 3rd floor? What is going on here?
Okay.
Looks like the floors are connected in a weird way.
Quite the troublesome dream.
I mean, that's all the dreams, isn't it?
Agent Date, you've got 5 minutes.
Okay. I mean, we're doing better time-wise than we were before, so that's good, I guess. Okay, this place is a fucking maze. Is there anything over here? Okay.
A door with...
I don't think that's gonna work. Okay, so we need to get to that door. I'm assuming we're gonna have to use what we learned in the other timelines about Renju's murder to go there. Wait a minute. Okay, that's the A door. Okay, that's door 2. How do I get over there? I guess door B is the only thing we can really do, right?
A door...
Okay, let's tackle it. Ooh, that worked.
Well, that was easy.
It was. This is the 2nd floor, but it is clearly not the door I just opened.
It's like a maze. I have to remember what door goes where.
Yeah, so A goes from 1st to 3rd. B goes from 3rd to 2nd. Okay. There's the C door. What's up with that?
Door C.
I mean, tackling worked last time.
Well, that was easy.
It what? Oh, we're on the 2nd floor again.
But a different space.
We leave the 2nd floor and come right back to it? This is confusing.
So C connects 2 different parts of the 2nd floor.
Agent Date, you've got 4 minutes.
Okay, what's with the shelf?
A bookshelf. There is an obvious wire tied to it.
Slide in the gap is 99 seconds. I don't know if that's a good idea. If I... That still way too much time. Push it.
It is no use. I am not powerful enough to move it.
So, you're too weak. Got it.
I think you actually just offended her.
Yes, you're right. I am too weak.
You hurt her feelings, Date!
Oh, sorry, Iba.
No, it's all right. It is the truth.
You hurt her feelings! Apologize!
I am just a lowly artificial intelligence.
Make her feel better! You dick! Steal. Oh,
An oil drum hung with wire. It's no use. I cannot lift it.
Actually
You
toxic.
told me earlier instead of wasting time.
Excuse you? Is that really something you should be saying to the one making all the effort?
There's a difference between being stubborn and not knowing when to quit.
An oil drum hung.
Y'all are being rude to each other. Push it. Yes!
Oh,
Guess you should check that door.
Alright, let's go. The secrets are all mine.
a rusted metal.
I think that's a bad idea.
A rusted metal.
Let's try it.
It does not appear to be locked.
Right, because he was sedated, then strangled. His watch.
This again.
So we can't just grab one. We have to be careful.
Okay, we need to.
It's a key with a watch beside it.
Wait, why was the time going so
The
quickly?
hands indicate 3:45.
Pick it up.
This is not it.
Is the time on the clock relevant?
It would be quite the simple gimmick.
Or they just want us to think that.
True.
Oh, it's about the murder times. Okay, 1 second, 1 second, 1 second, 1 second. Okay, now that we understand the gimmicks, I'm actually going to go back and see what I can do. Okay, right.
It's a key.
Pick up this one to get rid of the timing.
It's a
Pick up this one.
a door.
Okay, and then we have to go to the B door.
Agent Date, you've got 5 minutes.
A door with.
No! Shit!
It does not appear to be locked.
God damn it, god damn it, god damn it.
Door C.
And it only gets worse.
An oil drum hung.
I don't like using up that much time. Let's see what we can do with this. I am actually going to quickly check the file. Oh, okay, this is like concept art. Okay, I was really hoping it would talk about, you know, the murders. Because I assume that's what's going on here with the with the watch.
Oh,
Guess you should check that.
Agent Date, you've got 4 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Arrested.
We're supposed to save the time to 1.
It does not appear to be locked.
Okay, yeah, we already saw him getting strangled. Okay. He was killed at what, like 8 p.m.? Can I scroll all the way back? No, I can't. Okay. I think it was 8 p.m. that he was killed. Yeah.
It's a key with.
We have no choice. Pick it up.
Is this the D
Yeah.
is written
Oh god,
on the
I
tag.
scrolled through that. I am
Let's
so
go,
sorry.
Date.
Let's see. Saturday night at 8 matches Renji's estimated time of death. Yes, okay. D. D key.
The D.
You have 3 minutes, Date.
I will try the key.
Yep, try
Yeah,
the key.
try it.
Do it.
It opened.
Good. Oh, okay. I think I get the gimmick now.
This door too.
Okay. Pipe and door.
A broken pipe.
Pick it. Yeah, and then it'll melt the door, and we can get in.
Oh, it's just as I calculated.
You were surprised, admit it.
Okay, we're doing really good this
A
time.
rusted metal door. Most of the ice is gone now.
And we have a time to 1, so let's do that.
I think I can open this door.
Yeah. Okay.
This key has control panel written on the tag.
Control panel? The one right there?
Okay. That was pretty easy. Oh, yikes.
Rows of monitors and buttons.
Okay, if we investigate, we only use up 10 seconds. I think that's better.
This appears to be old. I believe this computer controls the factory's electronics. It appears to require a key to activate.
Okay.
Rows of monitor.
And let's insert the key.
There! Oh,
So?
Security cameras.
I see. If we move the scaffold, a new route appears.
Okay, let's move it.
Oh, no.
Rows of monitors and...
Sleep. Press a switch.
Hey, it got stuck.
This button button is indeed the one needed to move the scaffold, but...
Huh. There might be another step we have to do first.
rows of monitors and...
Rotate the key. What?
Shrunk.
Okay.
Rows of monitors and...
Okay, now press the switch because it can get past the boxes now. Yeah.
Oh.
I see.
And now...
Rows of monitors and...
Rotate the key again.
It extended.
So fucking smart.
Now we can use the route to door B.
Means I just needed to open the door. Okay. Where is that again? Okay, this is door D.
Door D.
Open. Go through. Okay.
You have less than 2 minutes. Hurry.
Door E. There's a door E? Shit. What? Where's the right door? Did I make a mistake? I think I made a mistake. What? E and E. They're right there. They lead to each other. I wish there was a way to speed up the running. Okay. Then we have to go through door C.
Door...
Make time half. And then that's door B.
Door B pro...
Okay. So now, we go across here. That's door E.
Door F.
Door F.
This is the first time...
Tackling usually works.
The first floor. This is the first time we've been here.
That big door. If we can see what's in there, we'll figure something out.
Okay, we need to take the boards off. Ladder.
An iron ladder.
It's no fucking good, but... Okay. Let's... What is this? Cord?
A power cord. It is discharging sparks.
Okay, well, don't touch it. None of this is good! None of these options are ones that I'm confident about. Is there anything else I can, like, select? Like there isn't.
A power cord.
Oh, wait, okay, I think we might have to turn off the electricity.
Less than 1 minute. Hurry.
I know, Pewter, I'm sorry. I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah. I passed through it. It must not be for climbing.
Shit. Okay.
An iron...
Tackle it? We're gonna get out
Ready?
of time anyways. Oh, okay. And it's gonna light it on fire. Okay, that's smart.
Whoa!
I wish I was thinking of that so I could take credit for it, but... Okay, this is gonna be the fourth door.
This Somnium is awfully dangerous.
Hey, that door. Maybe we can open that one now. Check it out.
Okay.
Date!
A
30
rusted metal
seconds!
door.
I mean, one way or another, we're fucking dead, so...
I'm going to open it.
Well, do it! You don't have that much time! Okay, good, that was the end.
That's... Iba, return to the control room on the 3rd floor.
At once.
I'm so happy that the time doesn't matter in these cutscenes. Oh. So Renju killed Shoko. Iris. Why would Iris kill Renju, though? Okay, so Sajima was the killer of Iris and Ota. So this wasn't a serial killer.
What the hell is going on?
This is a cycle of revenge type of thing. Wait, she's holding...
Date, what are you doing? 6 minutes are up!
Wait! Hitomi is...
Date, you can't go any longer! Force shutdown!
No!
What the fuck is going on? What the fuck? What the fuck? I mean, to be fair, we did prove in another timeline that Iris could have killed Renju. And Renju was the biggest suspect for Shoko's murder. It's just that, you know, whenever you're a fan of murder mysteries, you come to keep an eye out for red herrings. So... that must be the twist of this game. There were no red herrings aside from Mayumi. But even then, we didn't really believe Mayumi was the killer. Also, why did Sho have Mayumi's knife? That's something we never figured out, I don't think. I could be wrong. A lot happens in a week.
I took a look around your head, and I discovered something. Something about the new Cyclops serial killings. Apart from Ota, there are 4 victims. Shoko Nadami, Renju Okiura, Iris Sagan, and So Sajima. Who was responsible for these murders? Shoko was stabbed by Renju with an ice pick. Renju was strangled to death by Iris. So cut open Iris's body, but who shot So? It was you. In other words, all of these murders were committed by different people. There wasn't just one killer. That's how it looks on the surface, anyway. But that's not the truth, is it? There's only one culprit. One person.
it's you.
And that person is...
I guess it's you.
Yes, you. The person in front of me right now.
You're blaming the commander of Abyss for this?
No, not Boss. The person inside Boss's head.
That's right! We learned about body swaps!
Can you at least try to make sense?
Alright, I'll explain. You know about the abandoned chemical plant in Kawasaki? There's a prototype sync machine there. You use that device to swap around bodies one by one.
In other words, the entire egg ends up being replaced. Mind, consciousness, memory, they are traded. Switched.
I knew that was gonna come up. I thought it was gonna be like Date was like brain switched into someone else. Which could still be the case, but...
I don't know where it started, but at some point, you got into Shoko's brain. Then, you got into Renju's. And got rid of Shoko's body. After Renju was Iris. You strangled Renju using Iris.
And this could also explain why we didn't see Iris in the timeline where fucking we got there in time. This is why, because I was always like, man, why aren't they letting us visit Iris in the hospital? Because we're able to visit Ota. Ota can do whatever he wants, and I get that Iris's situation was a little different. But it still seemed very odd that, you know, it cut off right before we could see Iris. If someone else was in her body, then that makes sense.
After that, into So. Who you used to kill Iris and Ota at the cold storage warehouse. Now, you're in Boss's body, inside her head.
I see. If you know that much, then I have nothing left to hide.
No?
Yes. I am the culprit behind the new Cyclops serial killings. I guess you can call me the new Cyclops killer.
So who the hell are you?
Saito. Saito Sejima.
There it is! There it is!
Congressman Sejima's son.
What?
I've researched Saito thoroughly, but I cannot find any images of him on the internet. He is listed on the family register, but I cannot find any photographs.
Give me the details of each crime.
Before I do, there's something I want to hear from you. How did you know about the prototype sync machine? And not only that, you also seem to know what the sync machine is truly capable of. Why is that?
That's because I'm in Date's head, baby! You have an eye-girl sitting in your head. Two of them, actually. There's two eye-girls. What the fuck is going on? I don't have this big of a brain, man.
Regaining your memories, are you? Human memory is fractal. If you retain even a single piece of it, it's possible to recreate the whole thing. Pieces of memories are like roots that grow into every corner of the brain, gradually, slowly, taking its time. I imagine the same thing is happening in your brain right now.
A fractal is a figure with self-similarity. Allow me to explain. See this? Whichever fragment you cut, you will see a similar shape. The whole is made up of its similar parts. This is called a fractal figure. Memories in the brain are similar. That is what he is explaining. He is claiming that from a few pieces, you can rebuild the memory.
I knew about the prototype from regaining my memory. Is that right? No, that's not it.
Parallel worlds exist.
Who was inside of Iris during the interrogation?
That was me.
You imitate her well. From the way you talked and your body language, it was like the real Iris. Earlier, too. You almost had me fooled. Your imitation of Boss was... perfect.
Yes, there's a reason for that. Let me define some terms first. A person's memory and sense of self. Let's call that personality.
It's info dump time, baby!
It isn't quite the right word, but it'll suffice. Now, transferring that personality into someone else's brain, let's call that parasitism. The one transferring is the parasite. The one being transferred into is the host. Are you with me so far? Moving on. Even after the personality exchange is complete, the host's memory isn't completely lost. About 1% remains in the brain. So, a parasite could use that 1% to imitate the language and behavior of the host. That's how I knew about the warehouse and Sunfish Pocket, by the way. Thanks to Renju and Iris's remaining memories. I'm telling you, it was me. Why are you making me repeat myself?
That means the Somnium I entered on Sunday.
It was Saito's.
That's right. It was me.
And that's why... Wait! Right, it's 10 p.m. for me and my brain hurts from this 5-brain plot. So I'm gonna dip and study, see I have fun with this trippy detective game. Thanks, dude. Good luck with the studying. Have a good night. Okay, but how does he know about the original Cyclops killer? Because we've determined that that was Rohan and number 89. Something else was troubling me. Date.
What's going on here?
That's my question, dude. Okay, continue.
Fine. I still have time.
Time?
You'll see. So, where do you want me to start?
It's just past midnight on Tuesday. Shoko was killed on Friday. If we think of that as day 1, today is day 5. What was Saito doing those days? I decided to ask him. Okay, so what were you doing day 1?
Like you guessed, my personality was in Shoko, Renju's ex-wife. That made calling Renju easy. I need to talk to you about something. He came over without question. I think it was around 4 p.m. I had him meet me at the chemical plant. I made Renju go to sleep.
Oh! Oh, that's why they asked us in the other timeline. Date, come with Hitomi. Saito was probably inside of Hitomi that time. Because we've seen that the jump is gonna be from Boss to Hitomi. From the Somnium. So was Saito already inside of Hitomi? And Hitomi made up that thing of going to the abandoned chemical plant with him so she could subdue him and transfer Saito's consciousness into him.
Synced, switched personalities, and then stabbed Shoko's discarded body with an ice pick. I took Shoko to Bloom Park by car, using the old abandoned subway line. Must have been around 8 p.m. by the time I was finished. I tied up Shoko to one of the merry-go-round horses. After that, I used Renju's phone to send a Nile message to Mizuki.
Mizuki, Daddy got caught up in something serious.
Then, I just waited for Mizuki to arrive.
Why, though? Okay, day 2.
Until next Saturday evening, my personality was inside Renju. My next target was Iris. I knew she would be suspicious if I asked her to come to Kawasaki, so I asked her to come to Sunfish Pocket first. I called her a little before 5 p.m., and she arrived just after 6. I greeted her, then convinced her to come with me. That's when Ota saw us.
Yes.
Anyway, I put her in the car, then headed to the chemical plant. On the way, I made her take a sleeping pill. I knew she might run once she saw where we were going. It was around 7 p.m. when I got there, and I wasted no time switching bodies. After getting Iris's body, I used a rolled-up apron to strangle Renju to death. Then I put his body in an empty oil drum I'd prepared earlier. I put that in the trunk of the car, then headed to Sunfish Pocket.
Okay, but why all the body jumps? That's my question.
But then, something I didn't anticipate happened.
Oh, is Saito trying to get back to his old body? Is Date Saito's old body?
Waiting for the signal in Akiba, someone knocked on the window of the car. It was Ota. He asked me something about being able to drive. He was surprised, to say the least. I didn't have time to waste on him, but I couldn't risk him finding the oil drum in the trunk. Plus, if word got around that Renji's car was spotted driving around Akiba, that would foil my plans. So, I came up with a lie. I told him that I didn't have a license, so he had to keep it a secret. That's what that thing referred to in Ota's Nile messages, by the way.
Yeah, he told us.
And just like that, I managed to escape a bad situation and headed to Sunfish Pocket as planned. The rest went exactly as you already figured out.
Right. So day 3.
Sunday morning, I had a recording or some such thing scheduled. Oh, I am of course referring to Iris. I didn't want to draw suspicion, so I decided to attend as planned. I went to Lemniscate and performed my job, and when I left, I ran into you, Date.
Right.
To be honest, I was a little surprised. Just the previous night, I was a parasite in the body of Renju. I didn't think Ota had seen me. So, of course, I didn't expect to see you there so soon. You were on to me, but there was nothing I could do about that. If I ran, it would only increase your suspicion. So I decided to play my role. The interrogation began around 8:20 p.m., is that right? Then you synced into my mind.
Yeah.
But you didn't get what you were looking for, did you? As a result, you had no choice but to release me. I didn't want to go home right away. I knew there might be police waiting for me. That would make it difficult to sneak out at night. And that would put my plan in jeopardy. So I asked you to take me to Marble. I tried to find an opportunity to run.
And then Ota...
But then another unexpected event occurred.
Ota fucking tased us.
I got a Nile message from Ota. I knew I could use him. So I told him I needed his help and to meet me at Marble. He did as I instructed him to do. After that, I got into the van with Ota. But because his presence was unnecessary, I asked him to stop at a convenience store to buy me something to drink. When he was gone, I took his car and drove to my parents' house where I used to live. Yes, the Sejima residence. Of course, I knew I couldn't just walk up and ring the doorbell. Hello, Father, it's been a long time. I was also in Iris's body at the time. But I thought I could use that to my advantage. So I pushed on the intercom and sure enough, my dad invited me inside. I told him this: I want you to come with me. There's something I need to show you. He was quiet for a while, but eventually agreed and got into the van with me.
Because he thought that Iris meant... her mom.
We arrived at the prototype sync machine around 11:50 p.m. By the time I was in the body of Sosejima, it was a new day.
Continue.
This was yesterday, early Monday morning, past midnight. In my new body, I drugged Iris, put her in the van, and drove to a new location, Okiura Fishery Cold Storage Warehouse. I arrived around 1, then prepared for the show for a couple hours. Of course, when I say show, I mean dismembering Iris. Because of the temperature in the warehouse, it took longer than I expected to prepare, but... well, you saw it in the video. Of course, I didn't anticipate Ota would show up. What does that make it? 3 times that brat has showed up unexpectedly? That annoyed me to no end, and I took that out on him. Dressing him up in the polar bear was an impromptu plan on my part. I didn't mean to make you think he was the killer. I just wanted to throw a wrench into the investigation. Didn't matter if you found out or not. This all happened Monday morning. I left the warehouse around 3:30 a.m.
Right, okay. So, what about Monday?
There isn't much to talk about on Monday. Before noon, I used my old man's body to call this one Boss. You might not know this, but she and my father go back about 6 years. The two shared a terrible secret.
And it has to do with Date, doesn't it?
Hinting at that was enough to get the boss to come running to me immediately.
Ooh, we really are. Everything is all coming together. Holy shit.
I injected her with a sedative, then brought her body to the chemical plant. I synced with her, exchanged our bodies. And after blowing my father's brains out, I cut his body into pieces. I stuffed the meat into a vase I'd brought earlier, then drove back to my house.
Continue. Saito spoke with grace and no sign of remorse. I was trying to keep my anger from boiling over and kept asking him questions. Why didn't the sink victims resist after waking?
The prototype sync machine has a special feature. It administers a strong dose of sedatives to the original body, and a stimulant to the host after a sync. That kept them docile.
Okay, why did you take out your victim's eyes?
You know all about the prototype sync machine, don't you? That should explain it.
I knew. The prototype sync machine differed from the one at Abyss in a few key ways. The machine at Abyss is more sophisticated. Nano cables from the sync gear enter through the gap between the eyeball and the socket. They then travel down the optic nerve canal to the brain. But the prototype sync machine isn't so advanced. To perform a sync, you need to remove the left eye manually. The subject and the syncer have to remove their eye from the socket. Otherwise, the cables cannot enter the brain. Of course, even with the eye removed, severing the connection to the brain isn't necessary. The extracted eyeball still has the optic nerve and blood vessels connected. After a sync, the eye is supposed to be replaced back in the socket. It's supposed to be safe. Side effects are rare. Unless the nerve or the blood vessels are damaged somehow, replacing the eyeball isn't too difficult. Okay, we'll continue on that track.
Of course, I don't really care about eyes. I don't need them. All I cared about was exchanging bodies with the sync. And for that, I needed to remove the left eye.
Why didn't you just put the eyes back when you were done?
That's obvious. Once I was finished transferring into a new body, the old one was of no concern to me. Why would I bother replacing the eye? I was just going to get rid of it anyway.
Where are the eyeballs that you removed?
Shoko's is in Renju. Renju's is in Iris. Iris's is in Dad.
Did you eat the eyes?
Dad's is in Boss. Their stomachs, I mean.
You ate their fucking eyes.
You sick bastard.
Yes, I ate them. Immediately after exchanging personalities.
How horrible.
Why did you display the bodies the way that you did?
To harass you.
Me in particular?
I wanted to bring out the hatred in you.
Why me specifically?
That's why I called Mizuki to Bloom Park. That's why I streamed Iris's murder. Because they were important to you, weren't they? I wanted you to feel cornered, trapped. I wanted to punish you, Kaname Date.
What is your motive?
Homicide is my hobby. I have a tenacity for it, what can I say? Of course, it was also necessary to make sure people kept their mouths shut. If I took over someone's body, they would know about my crimes. I couldn't risk them reporting me, so I killed them. It was also a matter of revenge. Against you. It's personal. That's why I chose people close to you as targets. Well, except for my father, of course. That was personal to me, but don't ask. It's embarrassing.
Okay.
This series of murders was like a journey for me, you know?
Okay, finally we're gonna understand what's up with Date.
Traveling through bodies to finally reach the end. That's the thing about traveling. You always wind up in the same place, don't you? Where do you think that is?
It's Dante's.
Your home. A trip is only complete once you return home. The same goes for me. When I return home, my travels will come to an end. So I'll be needing it back. My body.
Yep.
What?
There it is.
You stole my body. You took it from me 6 years ago. That's why I want revenge.
What are you talking about?
You have no idea what it was like inside my own head. I miss it. I miss my brain, Date. No matter how many people I killed, it never worked. I never felt happy. I feel miserable.
You mean?
He was born with a brain dysfunction. Due to damage to the posterior pituitary gland, he was unable to properly secrete oxytocin.
Oh, that's right. My old body. How are you finding it, Date?
This body is yours?
That's what I've been telling you!
But I don't have the same oxytocin deficiency you did.
That is because I regularly supplement it.
That's the dosage thing. That's why she was talking about medication all that time. It was to keep him from becoming like Saito.
They must have increased your dosage too much.
No, but the person who had this disorder was number 89. The original Cyclops killer.
That is what I believed as well, but we must have misunderstood. Pewter did not specify who exactly was imprisoned. Only that one of the original culprits responsible was currently in prison.
That's strange. That would mean number 89 is the previous chairman, Rohan.
That must be it. Rohan is a parasite inside number 89's brain.
And then number 89.
Pewter must have known that.
No way.
I was confused. I didn't understand any of it.
Let us determine the specifics using Saito as our starting point. Whose brain was he in before Boss?
So Sejima.
And before So?
Iris. And before that, Renju. And before that, Shoko.
And before Shoko?
Whose body were you in before Shoko?
I was a parasite inside Rohan's brain 6 years ago until last year. I'd lost most of my memories. I was a shell of a man. They housed me in a special hospital, but I still had those fragments of my mind left, just as I explained earlier.
Fractals.
From a single piece, you can recreate the whole. I took my time, slowly regaining my memories. 1 year ago, I remembered everything. I left the hospital and immediately sought out Shoko Nadami. I got her body, and she was in Rohan's. When she saw herself in the mirror, she lost her mind. She was confused, panicking, running up the emergency staircase, and then...
fell to her death.
That's why Rohan committed suicide.
After that, I spent a year perfecting my plan, using Shoko's body. I spied on you all this time. That's why I know everything about you.
And that also explains why Shoko was seen going into the prison that one time. She was visiting number 89 because number 89 was Rohan, who was the other Cyclops killer.
In there,
89. They called you number 89.
in that body you are operating right now, in that skull, my personality lived there.
Wait, hold on. If what you're saying is true, what about my personality?
It was in Rohan.
I'm not Rohan!
Correct. It is just as he explained earlier. Number 89 was in Rohan's body.
Date is number 89! I fucking called it!
In other words,
That's my real...
Keep talking.
Sorry, but time's up. I want my body back. It's quite simple. Sync with me and stay inside my mind for more than 6 minutes.
And if I refuse?
I know that you won't. I know it.
Huh?
Why?
Date, look! This is streaming live!
Oh no.
Damn you!
If you give me back my body, I will give you the location. Oh, and of course, it isn't the chemical plant in the Kawasaki district.
Iva, where's the source?
it is being routed through numerous IPs. I cannot identify the source.
Computer, contact headquarters, now!
Got it.
Now, what will you do? Will you agree to my request?
Well, first off, let's do a quick save. Okay. My instinct is to say I won't do it. And I think that'll lead me to... Oh, I'm not sure which one will lead me to a good ending or a bad ending. Like, this is a branch. This is a branching path. I'm gonna say I won't do it just to see what happens.
Dante, I'm hurt. Don't you care about what happens to her? Do you understand the gravity of this situation? A bomb is strapped to her body. You're too stubborn. Or maybe you're just cold-hearted.
Keep going.
You want to see what will happen when her flesh burns and tears and scatters? If you aren't quick to see the whole thing, you know I'm not bluffing, don't you?
I didn't agree no matter how many times he demanded it of me. I refused again and again. Ah, this is a bad end. And when I saw it, I understood. Boss's body rolled into the corner of the room. I didn't want to think anymore. Anything. Nothing. I closed my eyes and ran my palm across my face. I could taste blood. Okay, bad end. Alright, glad we went with that one first. No. I just saved. Oh, no. Okay, well. I guess I didn't have to save. Okay.
Iris.
Okay, I think I can only load from the main menu. Yeah. Okay, we know. We know. We just did this. We just did this. Okay, I'll do it.
Date!
See? I knew you wouldn't refuse. I know you well, don't I, Date?
Okay. We swapped bodies. Wait a minute, didn't we give Iba the code word to explode? Wait.
I did it. I did it. I'm back. I got it all back.
Hey, where's Hitomi?
All right. I'll tell you as promised. Boss's house. However, it might be too late by now.
What? Why?
Return my body and I'll tell you the location. That's what I said. I didn't lie. I kept my promise.
You bastard!
You're the one who injured that body. It's your own fault, really.
Damn it!
Be seeing you.
Quick, say the code. Yes!
Date, are you all right?
Iba's voice barely resonated. My eyesight was hazy, a heap of broken images. Sweat was building on my palms. I felt like my throat was closing up and I was struggling for breath. In my ears, the rushing blood of my heartbeat was the only sound.
Everyone's dead.
Shoko, Renju, Iris, Ota, Hitomi, Boss. The flesh remains, the mind inside is lost.
I couldn't do anything. Saito had me right where he wanted me. Nothing. Nothing.
Parallel worlds exist.
The word suddenly echoed in my head. I couldn't remember who or where or why. I thought that if there really was such a world, then me in that world, I is another.
Could I have had a better future?
Yes! And we're going back to it right now, baby! I prayed that I could. Felt my consciousness sink into a black abyss. And there's that ending. Oh boy, we're almost at the end, I think! Actually, Life, if you're still watching this, tell me about how much longer do you think it's gonna be until the end? Like, do you think there's enough for another stream? Or, I guess the better statement is, do you think I can get through what's left before 6 o'clock? Because, like I've said before, fucking tired. And I have some other stuff to do today, and if this stream goes longer than like 4 or 5 hours, it might cause problems for me. But at the same time, I don't want to say like, oh, you know, short stream today, we're ending it here, and then next stream it's like I only have half an hour left. Or really, anyone who has seen AI the Somnium files before, how much more do we have? Is this next part going to be too much for the rest of this stream? I don't know how long this ending is gonna go on for. Like, I'll do it. I'll go. I want to see where things go. It's just... Oh boy. Skip it. Okay. Annihilation route. Okay. So that's the everyone dies timeline. That's the all my friends are dead timeline. Actually, before we keep going from here, I am going to take a quick break, get some more water, and hop right back into it. So, see you guys in just a sec. I do this every time! I do this every time! Why am I like this? Why am I like this? Okay, hello everyone, I'm back. Thank God I have friends who will message me and say, "You left your fucking mic off, dumbass." Alright. So as I was saying, I got some super secret intel, and according to an informant, we can probably finish this game this stream. And I was saying before, I'm most excited to look at the TV Tropes page for this, because I'm sure it's gonna like connect a lot of dots that I didn't. So at the very end, I may actually look up a YouTube video that's like secrets in AI the Somnium files, and like have that as sort of a bonus at the end, because I'm sure, like, because we got the joke ending where Date gives up the investigation and like moves to the seaside with the hot receptionist. Like, I'm sure there are a lot of different endings like that. I'm sure there's one ending where that investigator guy like murders us because we keep forgetting his name. Also, we'll go through all the files and stuff. This will be a long one, but you know what? I'm actually okay with that. So long as it won't be a thing where I'm like, you know, just pushing through it for the sake of pushing through it. If I'm having fun with it, then I might as well look at a bunch of stuff. So anyways, with that in mind, it's time for the end. Okay. Here we are. We're in the abandoned factory.
You're awake.
Damn it!
I don't think you can release yourself.
Well, do something about it.
What is it you expect me to do?
Come out of my eye socket and get this off of me!
I cannot.
Why not?
My body has short-circuited. It must have been the electric currents from earlier.
Gah.
But fortunately, my communication functions are still operational. I attempted to reach HQ and Abyss personnel for support.
And?
No response.
They ignored you?
There must be pressure from the higher-ups. Likely a result of Congressman Tsujima's interference.
He thinks I'm investigating Monika's case.
That is not the only reason. So Tsushima holds a personal grudge against you. He wants you dead. That is likely why Pewter is attempting to delete my data.
Are you okay?
For now. But if they breach my final layer of ice, they will destroy me. I would cease to exist.
Who the fuck are you?
You're Saito Tsushima.
Oh, so you figured it out.
Renju's body on the ground, without his left eye.
Oh, okay.
You were inside Renju, weren't you? Until just now?
Oh, so he wasn't killed as early in
You
this
used the
timeline.
machine to exchange minds, then got rid of his body.
Close, but you're a little off. I didn't get rid of the body. He died of natural causes. But what interests me more is you. How do you know you can use the sync machine to exchange minds? The way you're talking makes me think you know why I took out his left eye.
Because I do. How? How do I know that? Why do I know that? Why do I know about Saito, the prototype machine, changing personalities?
The current. Did it unlock your memories? Then tell me, this body was originally...
Mine.
That means your body...
This is your body, isn't it, Saito?
The words came out easily. I don't know why, but in a moment of harsh realization, I knew. Number 89's body is mine, and my body is Saito's.
Well, if you know that much, then this should be easy. Give me back my body.
Where are Iris and Hitomi?
Don't worry, I haven't killed them. Yet.
Yet?
The brain you are currently occupying has an interesting quirk. It releases a flood of dopamine and endorphins when it kills. I thought I'd take that brain back before killing those two. In front of you, of course. Which is why I haven't killed them yet. Such beautiful eyes. I was going to begin the sync, but I think I've changed my mind. I want to see you mad. But what will really set you off?
If you don't shut your mouth right now.
All right, talking it is. What should I say?
Okay. Okay.
Do you have any questions for me?
Well, I mean, yeah, kind of. It's early Wednesday morning. Shoko was killed last Friday. That was day 1, which makes today day 6. 5 days, what was Saito up to? Okay, we already did this, didn't we? We did this with Boss. Day 1. Saito explained what he did on Friday. 4 p.m., he began his plan against Shoko. He called Renju to this abandoned factory, switched bodies with him. For taking Renju's body, Saito killed Shoko and then brought her body to Bloom Park. But as he explained it to me, I somehow felt that I already knew. I didn't understand why. I felt like it was being etched into my brain. Yep, we already knew that. Why was Shoko's rental phone in the horse? Yeah, that's a good question.
Oh, right. I put that there. When I was fixing Shoko's body on the horse, her phone fell out of her clothes. I forgot that I had given her one. I didn't want to take it with me, and I didn't want to toss it away. So, I decided to push it into the mouth of the horse.
The merry-go-round horse's mouth was hollow, which allowed the phone to fall down into its body.
Okay, so day 2.
I was still in Renju's body. My next target was Iris. If I asked her to come to the abandoned factory, I knew she would be skeptical, so I called her to Sunfish Pocket. I even video called her, but for some reason, she said no.
Yeah, this is where the timelines diverge. Because this was a timeline where we were hanging out more with Iris. We spent more time with Iris, so she didn't have the time to go with
This was around 5 p.m. I was still Renju, the president of Lemniscate. I didn't think I would have any trouble getting her to trust me, but...
Date, do you remember? Saturday evening after syncing with Mizuki, inside the Somnium, you thought you saw Iris's body, so you called her. The time was 4:52 p.m., right before Renju called Iris. You told her.
Okay, don't go anywhere. Lock the door and stay at home.
Right!
Iris didn't accept Saito's proposition because of your warning. If you did not warn her...
She would have been taken here.
I decided to pick her up in Renju's car. I thought that if she saw me in person, she would trust me. However...
You got in an accident around 6:10 p.m. and lost consciousness.
So unlucky. My plans were ruined, but my ultimate goal is still achievable. So it's all good.
Okay, okay. So this is sort of figuring out, like, where things diverge from the Everyone Dies timeline.
After the accident, my body was taken to Central Hospital. I regained consciousness just past 12 a.m. Sunday. The surgery was a success, but Renju's organs were in a horrible state. But I had somewhere to be. I left the hospital, rented a car, and headed to Iris's house.
I know what happened after that. You got to the Sagan household at 2 a.m. You pushed the intercom button.
He was sweating buckets and he came up to me with this begging look in his eyes. He said, "Come with me."
You got Iris to come with you, but when you tried to bring her here...
I got scared. I pulled my hand away and ran.
Oh, you know that too? But you're exactly right. I was planning to put her to sleep in the car, but I didn't have my drugs on me.
Because it wasn't in
The sleeping pills were inside Renju's crushed car.
Yep.
I was pushing my luck. My plan and my body were both in shambles. I'm sure the painkillers were affecting me as well. My mind was scrambled, and I couldn't think straight. I couldn't chase after her. I needed to sleep. I managed to make it back here and collapsed on the ground. Next thing I knew was the next day. I woke up around noon on Monday. Renju's body was about to expire.
And then Monday...
By Monday, Renju's body was almost completely dead. And of course, my consciousness as well. That's when I got a call from a Mr. Amanoma. The man you call Pewter.
Ooh. Knew the story after that.
The boss told me that number 89 was coming. Then, Renju asked, "Is there any way we can let number 89 escape?"
So Pewter came up with a plan to help number 89 escape. Rohan, as number 89, got into the car with Saito as Renju and fled from the police. Why did you want number 89 to
When I heard that number 89 was coming to Abyss HQ, I came up with a plan. Iris trusts this number 89, this body. I thought I could use it to get to her. And there was another reason. I planned on eventually switching bodies with you. You and I would get our original bodies back. And after I do that, I will kill Iris and Hitomi in front of you while you're in this body. A rather nice plan if I do say so myself. That's why I asked Pewter to help number 89 escape. I wanted this body at all costs.
Right. So what happened after you escaped number 89 in the car?
I brought Rohan, who was inside number 89's body, to the abandoned factory.
This is also why he was only going by number 89. Because if he said his name to Date, obviously Date would realize something's up.
Rohan was my partner in the Cyclops serial killings 6 years ago. So naturally, we had a lot to talk about.
And that completely twists what people were saying about Rohan. Because if we were talking, because whenever we interrogated number 89, that would have been Rohan in this body. So we were interrogating Rohan, and he was saying stuff like he was working with someone who just loved killing. And at the time, we thought that was number 89 talking about Rohan, and that Rohan was like a murderous bastard, and number 89 was just in it for the money. And this would also explain why Moma mentioned that Rohan became way more violent at a certain point. It's because he swapped bodies with Saito.
But I didn't have much time left. Not to sound like a broken record, but Renju's body was almost done. It was completely useless at this point. So, I put Rohan to sleep and began the sync. As a result, this happened.
Renju.
It's just like I told you. He died of natural causes.
Because you pushed him to the limit. And about the shooting on Monday.
Just mercenaries I hired. After I woke up Monday, I arranged the hit. They were expensive, but I had access to Renju's bank account. I paid them with his money. Of course, my intention was only to kidnap Iris, but after I got this body, I didn't really need them anymore. But they had already been paid good money, so I decided to leave the arrangements as they were. And then, Pewter. I told him about Iris and hiring the assassins. I told him he could use them for whatever he needed. And he acted on his own, without consulting me.
Day 5?
I called Iris about 24 hours ago. Tuesday at 1:40 a.m., I started a video chat with Iris. Long time no see. I'm sorry to call you out of the blue like this, but I need to see you. Iris got so excited that she dropped her guard. I told her where to meet, and she agreed right away. It was all according to plan. I knew that if I looked like him, she would do anything.
Yeah, because you were her father figure. Or this body was, anyways.
I've been looking for him for 6 years.
I see.
I'm going with the person I trust most, that's right.
That is why Iris left Matsushita Diner.
So the person she trusts most.
You, Date. Number 89's current body was originally yours.
After Iris got into the car, I put her to sleep. I restrained her and called Hitomi.
I have your daughter. Don't call the police or she dies.
I used Iris to reel in Hitomi. And you. Thanks for being so cooperative. But you did drag your feet. I was getting tired of waiting.
About Monica's murder 18 years ago.
I was only 12, but I remember it vividly. On that day, 18 years ago, I heard my dad on the phone. I'm going to see Monica. I followed him. I got into a taxi and followed my dad's car. He went to the Harbor Warehouse District.
when this happened. Why did you kill her?
I've only ever been happy when I was killing something. Before Monica, I would kill cats and pigeons. It was the only way I could feel happiness. The only way I could feel anything. But like a drug, I eventually grew a tolerance to it. Next, I'll kill a human. That's when I found out about Monica. That woman took my dad from me, and she stole all the happiness from my house. So I chose her as a target. I was born with a brain disorder. I can't secrete oxytocin from my pituitary gland, and I didn't have a mother. Not a real one, I mean. My mom died giving birth to me, so naturally, my emotions toward my dad were complicated. Sometimes I think, if I didn't kill Monica, would things be different? Maybe the murders 6 years ago never would have happened. Me, you, Rohan. Maybe none of us would have gotten mixed up in this. And maybe Shoko Nadami never would have gotten killed. Isn't destiny a curious thing? One mistake can change so many lives.
Damn.
Sorry, I don't have anything else to say to you. And even I'm growing tired of seeing that twisted, angry face of yours. So, shall we get started? Give me my body back. What a strange fake eye. Oh well.
Wow, they actually showed that.
All right, it's ready.
Are we actually gonna get to go into the thing? Yo, are we gonna be able to fight him off in his own brain?
This is the sink room.
What?
That was... Damn it, why can't I wake up? This doesn't look like footage from a surveillance camera.
It's backwards. I'm trying to figure out what that implies. Usually that sort of thing means that it's sort of the character looking back at you as the player. But I don't see how that could be the case. Oh my god, did my camera die? Not again! Not now! Are you kidding me? This thing's battery has been absolute crap for the last whole week, basically. I don't know what's wrong with it. Come on, you've gotta be joking. No. this again. This thing has been plugged in. So, okay, for context, because, like, I know that, you know, any video could be someone's first stream, so I'll repeat this. I use my phone as my webcam. And I had my phone at 50% battery when we started, and I had it plugged into my computer to charge. I have never had this many issues with my phone until the end of this series. Alright, just give me 1 second. I am actually pissed. I am actually fucking pissed. Okay, that's a little big, isn't it? Okay. I really do have to just buy a fucking iPhone or something. Just something that I can only use for streaming. So this way I can always make sure that it's at 100% battery and it won't drain to nothing within 3 hours. I don't think it's going to go back. So just give me 1 second. I'm just gonna go into default pose. I figure it's better than having me be like this. I'll just put my little face in the corner there. Oh, this blows! This blows! We're at the very end! No. And the worst part is that I don't think there's enough left that we could say, like, oh yeah, I'll just end off here, because, like, this would honestly be a decent place to leave off. Also, now I can't remove the charging port from my computer. What the fuck is this? Come on, there. It's like, I kind of wanna just leave off, because I don't want to end this stream. Like, I don't want to end this game that we've been playing for almost 30 hours now with me as a PNG tuber. But at the same time, I don't think there's enough left for a full stream, and I don't want to leave it off until Sunday, so I'm not really sure what to do right now. Alright, I'm going to hit BRB for a moment. Also, Vesta, you are picking the worst time to be on my computer. I'm gonna hit BRB and I'm gonna see if I can, because I have a portable battery charging elsewhere, and sometimes it charges my phone faster. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try what I can to try and get my phone back online. But we'll have to see. So I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna sort out what the hell to do about this. And I'll see you guys soon. Okay. It's not coming back. My phone is not coming back online. It is not charging. So, yeah, life, I think I'm just gonna end here. Unfortunately, if the game ends too quickly on the next stream, like I said, we can look at secrets. We can basically just hang out for the end of the stream. But man, that sucks. We were almost at the end. We were so close. Ah. I wasn't kidding. This week really can bad. God. Okay. So, that's disappointing, obviously. But, you know, nothing I can do about it. I'll try and figure out the battery issue with my phone. See if I can at least get it fixed next week, because, like, I've actually left it charging most of this week, and it's never hit 100%. So, I'm not sure if it's a battery issue. I don't know if I'm gonna have to upgrade my phone. I don't know if I'm gonna have to, like, buy some new hardware for next time. But something is fucked. Something about this thing just is not good. So, yeah, we're going to end. And I'm not even gonna go to the just chatting screen, because you're not gonna see anything different than what you're seeing right now. So, oh man, I feel kind of bad leaving it off like this, because I don't stream very much anymore, and I've been trying to do longer streams to sort of, like, compensate for that. I'm just rambling at this point, aren't I? Oh gosh. Alright. Well, thank you for joining me, even if it got a little scuffed at the end. Like I said, I'm gonna try and see what I can do to fix this scuffness. It might just be my charging cable. It might also just be that. I think I have a spare somewhere that was meant for, again, charging to a different, like, portable battery. I have a few portable batteries because I'm paranoid about not being able to contact people when I'm out in the world. And while that hasn't been an issue this past year, you know, it's still something I like having. Yeah, it happens. Can't help tech issues. There were a lot of big twists today. Holy shit. We've done so much. We've learned so much. It's all coming together. I like to say that I called a bunch of it, but let's be real here. I made, like, 30 calls. So, when I'm throwing a net out that's that wide, of course I'm gonna hit something. I don't think it's that, impressive, but at the same time, you know, I'll take it. I'll take it. I wish, you know... Actually, now that I think about it, we never did go back to that door 0 at the end. Like, was that just a trap? I guess we're gonna figure out, because like I said, we will be looking, especially, like, if the ending only takes, like, an hour next week, I'll gladly, like, look up some videos that are like, oh, secrets in AI the Somnium files, and we can just watch a few YouTube videos. So, yeah, thank you for joining me again this week. It was a really good time until the phone thing. And I hope you all are looking forward to the finale as much as I am, because holy shit, I'm looking forward to this finale. And, yeah, I guess that's all. See you again next week. Bye!